overview. Then you can navigate within the
Lightbox feature will also be part of the
How does it work when JavaScript is deactivated? This lightbox?
No, it's a completely fallback. If you come on.
Reload. That works. That has a fallback too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a working fallback for non-JavaScript. And if you just test around this site, you'll notice a couple of accessibility things. Maybe you just take a look at the source code. Might be interesting to see some kind of stuff. It's just the navigation and so on. But it's too much to explain right now. So if you have any questions about accessibility, xHTML and so, you can just talk later on about this. Okay.
I think you didn't mention that bad thing about this editor is that you have to install something.
Yeah, it's just that it's a plugin version. It's not a JavaScript-based thing like Xenia. It's an applet you need to install, and it's only available for Microsoft right now. Yeah. But just check xstandard.com, I think. Both. You can have for Microsoft Internet Explorer, it's Xcontrol as far as I know, and for Firefox it's an extension.
Das müssen wir noch dann kommentieren.
Das kann ich tun. Yeah.
There's not a feature of HTML pages.
No.
HTML pages serve in the same way like the old text.
Yes.
There's nothing more, so
you can just use just use HTML, but there's no validation afterwards. I just found a couple of days ago a nice class for xHTML validation that might be a good idea as an extension for Postnuke itself, to just make sure that you use xHTML compliant output. When thinking about xHTML 1.1, it's really tricky, since it must be served as application XML, xHTML, and it will break most sites if you use unvalidated xHTML. At pnCMSDE on our main site, it's a .8 site, and you can see we use application xHTML and XML to completely valid xHTML 1.1, but I don't recommend for anyone to use this application type, since all user input will definitely break your site, and this means that the parser only displays an error message. You don't see any content at all, it's just an error message. So xHTML 1.1 can't be used for any productive environment right now, as long as you don't have a validator doing all the job. You need to use tidy or something like this to make sure only valid HTML is used. Yeah, you can use it, but it doesn't serve as application xHTML and XML. You use TechSoup, and that's not the intention of xHTML 1.1. If you take a look at the guidelines, you should use application xHTML and XML. It's quite dangerous to serve it as TechSoup, as text HTML, since you don't see the bugs. So we decided to use on the main site, just to make sure Postnuke is capable to do this kind of stuff, to serve xHTML 1.1 strict. It can be done, but it's a lot of work if you do content, this site is done via page setter, and you have to rework on every page output done by Xenia. Yeah, it's fallback.
Why?
If you use Firefox and you enter the administration of page setter, it's broken, since page setter has not valid HTML. But that's the module part, and I was too lazy to write complete XHTML compliant templates for page setter. So we can only administrate our own site with Internet Explorer. Since Internet Explorer has a fallback, Internet Explorer doesn't display application XHTML at all. So there's a fallback to TextView, to text HTML when using the Internet Explorer, and so we can administrate our own site only with the Internet Explorer. Yeah, but that's not the right way.
Does that mean that you administrate your site with a browser that is what they did bad?
Yes, some kind of. So this is just the proof of concept that one can use XHTML 1.1 strict, and the administration of PostNuke does work in XHTML strict, but the administration of modules doesn't work. As long as the module author doesn't care about correct HTML, it won't work. And when using XHTML 1.1, the site will be broken. And this was the main reason all of us know the relaunch of PostNuke.com. We choose this way last year to present the main site with just the basic information about PostNuke and the community site that supports pnCMS.de with all the interaction, and the community site is served as TechSoup as usual. It's, I don't know,